Hi, it's Daniel.
And Jenny.
And Talia.
We're back at Wild Rivers. It's week 3. It's still technically their soft opening. It's just a few days from their grand opening, and we've been told that all the rides that are going to be open for the season are now open.
So we're going to check out everything that's new and let you know what updates there have been.
We're going to go on the stuff we haven't been on yet and check everything out and just see how it is.
Let's go.
Next to the entrance, there is a Dippin' Dot stand that is currently not open. And we can see that there is the Kona Shave Ice truck here. And the fences are down from the 2 new slides, Typhoon and Tortuga. So those are 2 big family raft rides that we're going to try and make our way onto. We still have one of the 2-person tube slides we need to go on. We still have the Bora Boomerango family raft ride to go on. And there's also 2 more body slides, Tala and Mano, that we haven't been on yet. I think that's the big stuff we have left, so we'll try and go on all of that and check for any other construction updates that are going on around here. So last time we came, this area here was all covered with blue fencing, and now they have a nice rope fence with some plants. And there it is, Tortuga and Typhoon. Here are the signs, and it's looking good. We are now checking the Cook's Cove sign. Let's see if they fixed it. All right, they did. So now it points in the right direction. That's someone listened to our feedback, I guess. As we cross over the lazy river, you can see the construction that is seemingly not taking shape on Tiki Cove, which is going to be the other kids' play area. We believe that it's not going to be open this season and that it won't be open until next season. And over here on the side, last time that was just chairs in the sun. Now they've added some cabanas, and seemingly the chairs have been moved somewhere else. This time upon entering, they told us that food and drinks are not allowed in anymore. So hopefully that means that the restaurants are open and have an expanded menu. So we'll check that out in a little bit. But we do have water bottles that we are going to fill up here at the water refill station.
So there are regular drinking fountains, and then there's also a water bottle dispenser here.
Another thing we just noticed is that here in the lazy river, kind of by Cook's Cove, there are now buckets that dump water on river goers. So that was definitely not there last time, but that's a nice addition to the lazy river. It gives it a little more excitement, a little more activity while you're traveling down it. Another thing we noticed is that there are now water spritzers at this end of the lazy river, kind of by the parking lot behind Cook's Cove. We got here a little later in the day today. Last time we got here at opening. Today it's early afternoon. It's around 3 o'clock. So it is a lot more crowded, obviously, than first thing in the morning. But we were still able to find some seats in the Cook's Cove area under the shade structure.
And we're hoping that a lot of people who got here in the morning are going to be heading out soon. So hopefully the crowds will be clearing out and the lines will get a little bit shorter.
We just finished putting our stuff down and putting on sunscreen, and now we are making our way over to our first rides of the day. I think we're going to try and do the 2 new body slides, Tala and Mano. As we walk there, you can see that the landscaping has been improved and some of the fences have been removed from this area. They have adjusted the signs here, so they are now pointing at the correct thing. So Tomcat Racers is pointing correct, Tortuga, Tala, Cook's Cove, all pointing at the right things instead of pointing in random directions. So that's a big improvement. Also over here in front of the still not yet open Island Suites shack, they have a Dippin' Dots booth and a 40 Degrees Below Joe, which is a quick frozen coffee and creamer. It looks like it's basically coffee Dippin' Dots.
Okay, is it good? Try it.
It looks like they are still serving all their food out of the trailers by the wave pool. So we'll check that out in a little bit. And then the Pacific Grill restaurant is still closed, but they do still have lots of seating over here. They have added height signs to the slides, but the signs are still a little makeshift. I am about to go on Mano. Here I go. Whoa, cool. It's very slow. Don't know if you can tell. I am like hardly moving at all. It's picking up a little bit of speed here. There I go. More speed now. We'll just slow through that part. All right. That was a lot of fun, but kind of slow at the start, and then it picked up speed towards the end.
It was like a bit like slippy, slidey. I did kind of, and then I went a little bit slow. It felt like, but overall it was really fun and fast.
And I went in the open slide, and it's very, very slow. So if you are looking for the calmest slide here at the park, that's probably it. I almost stopped one time. I had to like push myself along.
We are now going to make our way towards some of the family raft rides. So let's see what we end up going on first. We've got some active landscaping and concreting going on of these signs. So still in progress here at Wild Rivers. Here's the view from above of them pouring concrete to cement those signs into place. Here we go on Tortuga. Whoa! Ah! Whoa! It's crazy. It gets dark. Where are we going? Can't see anything. Oh, here comes the end. Whoa! Oh my gosh. That was way different than I thought it was gonna be. It was super dark. It was like almost pitch black. That weird start bubble turn thingy, I don't know what that was. That was intense, but that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I feel like there weren't any big sudden drops, so I feel like out of the family raft rides that we've done, this one is the least intense.
It was fun, it was high speed, fast, and thrilling.
Come on over. All right, time to go on Typhoon.
We're gonna get any circumstance ever.
Here we go.
Sideways a lot, and there were a lot of just like big splashes, like giant waves of water just crashing into you as you went sideways. And at the very end there are just two huge waterfalls that drench you as you come down. So this is a good slide to get wet on, but it was fun. And I would say not really any more intense than the other one. Maybe a little bit, it had a little bit of a drop, but really not that scary.
All right, check it out. Down at the base, freshly poured concrete. We call that progress. We've made our way back into the lazy river, and we're gonna check out the new features that we saw from outside and see if there's any other changes to check out while we cruise down the river. Something I'd like to point out, so it's a very shallow river. It's only about 2.5 feet, and it has some parts that are really slick and some parts that are kind of rough. So be careful if you're gonna try and put your feet down to slow down, speed up, or stand, and make sure that you're not gonna put them down onto really rough. I just got attacked by Tala. Make sure that you don't put them down where it's really rough, like you're putting your feet down onto sandpaper.
So one tip is to bring water shoes, especially for kids. There are areas, like we said, like this that are kind of rough on the bottom. The play area as well can get really slippery and rough. So I would check out Amazon or your local store and buy some nice lightweight water shoes.
Construction update. So as we go by, it's still kind of boring here with the cabanas. And then they are actively building a wall fence. So they are putting in stakes, drilling holes in it, and eventually they'll pull rope through it. So, as I said before, they are making progress. Here's my favorite construction part of the journey. The sand berm of construction. All right, here we go through the dropping buckets. And what's nice is that if you want to stay dry, you can keep right. But if you want to get wet, you just come right on through the left and watch them fall right on your face. Ah! Nice added feature to the lazy river. Makes it a little more exciting given all the excitement of the construction going on around us. Here we are now approaching the fountains that squirt water into the lazy river. Just like the dumping buckets, you can choose to stay to the left and stay dry, or you can go right through them and get wet. Cool. Oh, I think I regret that decision to get wet. I am making my way over to the restaurant by the wave pool to see what's on the menu today. There are now displays up here with different types of chips that you can get. There's a refrigerator with a bunch of different bottled beverages. And here is the menu for the day. So it looks like they have added some hot foods and taken away the cold sandwiches we got last time. So they have some hamburgers and cheeseburgers, hot dog, Philly cheesesteak. It's written down there in hand in the bottom left. Some novelty treats, but I guess they're out of some of them. Kid-friendly options like chicken tenders and Uncrustables and some other stuff on the right. On the back, we've got a selection of chips and beverages, some kid-friendly drinks, and some other sweet treats. So the menu has changed quite a bit, but it still isn't quite full restaurant status yet. We chose to get three things. We got chicken tenders that Talia is showing off there. How are they? All right. We got the Philly cheesesteak sandwich that comes with a bag of chips. And I will note, it only comes with the Miss Vicky's chips. They would not let me get anything like Doritos or the other chips that they had behind the registers. Only the ones on the counter. And here is the Southwest chicken wrap. So I'm eating my Philly cheesesteak sandwich, and it's good. It's not great.
So my wrap is okay. It's average. I call it pretty average. I think if you are not thrilled about the food options that they have here right now, you might want to wait until they open more, or you may want to just bring food and leave it in your car and go out and take a little lunch break or a snack break when you get hungry.
We're wrapping up our meal, and I gotta say, Talia picked the best out of all of us. The chicken tenders are so much better than our wrap and Philly cheesesteak sandwich. All right, now that we are done eating, we made it back up to go on Tala and Mano again. I'll be taking you on a trip down Tala while Talia will race me down Mano. Here we go! Oh, it slowed down quite a bit there. Just like the other one. Here we go, now picking up speed. So Tala was a lot of fun. It was also kind of slow at the start, and then laying back, I picked up speed as it went through and went through the rest of the ride pretty fast. So I enjoyed it. Both Tala and Mano were a lot of fun. We are now making our way back over to the slide structure with all the two-person tube slides. So let's take a look at the construction on our way. There's still construction pretty much everywhere over here. It's kind of unappealing to look at.
Another thing that's really strange about this area that you may not know if you haven't been before, the Great Park where this is being built actually is a former military base. So there are all these large, unusual buildings around that haven't been torn down yet, that will be torn down eventually, but it's a little strange when you're on the water slides to see all these military barracks and air hangars and things just sitting there right next to you.
We made it up to the top. We're gonna go on Samoan Serpent in just a second. Here we go. Woo! This one's nice. Oh, little drop. Woo! Oh, this one gets fast. Indoors, what's happening? This is a lot longer than I thought it was. It is fast. Woo! Splash down! Woo! That one was fast and long. I think it was probably the fastest and longest of all the ones that were on there. So I enjoyed that.
Next we're gonna go on Tiki's Revenge. All right.
Yeah, so we're gonna go on Tiki's Revenge again because we really had a blast when we went on it last time, so we're gonna try it again this time. Here we go! Alright!
Yeah, I must say it looks like there was like a secret tunnel.
Whoa, it picked up a lot of speed there. Whoa! Airtime! Whoa! Let's see, are we gonna go forwards or backwards? Oh, we're gonna go for another spin. Let's see. Uh-oh, we're going backwards again. Here we go. Ah! Ah! Oh! Now that we've done both of those slides, I think we're gonna go make our way to Bora Boomerango and ride that, and that should cross off all the slides on our list that we haven't been on yet. As we walk by, you can see that they have removed some of the blue fence. They haven't quite finished stringing rope through these posts yet, but it still looks a lot nicer than just having blue fence like it does on the other side. Maybe they were on break earlier or something, but the Dippin' Dots over here by the entrance is now open. Here we go, getting on Bora Boomerango. Here we go! Whoa! Woo! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Woo! Whoa! That was crazy insane. How was it?
Fun. It was like intense because we were going backwards and my goggles were fucking, so I closed my eyes and we went pretty high.
That one's really scary with 6 people. It's very intense, and if you're going backwards down that drop, you can't see anything. All you feel is like the raft lifting up off of the slide as you go down. And so yeah, I was holding onto those straps really tight. But yeah, so I'd say this is the most intense ride in the park. So if you're a thrill seeker, this is the one for you.
So we finished filming the video that you have been watching, and we just found out the next day that they have opened Pelican Plunge. So I'm here by myself to try and ride it and show you what it's all about. So I'm gonna put my stuff down and then go ahead and get in line. So I just picked up my blue tubes, so that's how they differentiate the tubes for the other slides versus the Pelican Plunge water coaster. And now I'm making my way up the tower. I did wait about 35 minutes just to get a tube, and now I still have to wait in line to get up to the slide. So it's definitely popular because it just opened literally today. Here I go. Woo-hoo! Whoa, that's crazy. Woo. So it sprays your back real good. Can't see anything. Oh, another dip. Woo! Woo! So you get real wet there when it sprays your back. Woo! Woo! All right. That was so much fun. Thrilling. You got a couple big drops. Going up is really weird. It sprays your back real good, but it's got enough force to really make you keep your speed up. And then that ending where you just go through that rattler and you go back and forth. Really fun, really exciting. Just all out a great ride. Worth the wait, definitely worth the wait.
We hope this is helpful if you are coming out soon so that you can be prepared and know what it's like here at Wild Rivers in its first season and its new location.
We'll try and come back in another week or two once the restaurant's open so we can give a review of that and show you everything they have there once they are open. But I think with our 2 videos, you can see everything that's open, which is pretty much everything now. A lot of fun. Everything exceeded my expectations. I wasn't expecting things to run as smoothly as they did. Obviously still a work in progress. You saw all the construction walls that are still up. Some of the landscaping is still incomplete. Some of it is like half completed and still in progress, and some of it they were working on while we were walking around today.
Some of our biggest tips are to make sure that you bring goggles and water shoes for your little ones, or even for yourself if you don't like having water in your eyes, and to help with any slippery spaces. Also keep in mind that you can't bring in any food, so you may want to bring some sort of picnic lunch and leave it in your car and go take a quick break in the parking lot when you're ready to eat if the food that they offer here isn't appealing to you.
And you are allowed to leave and re-enter the park, and you are allowed to leave and re-enter the parking area as long as you save your parking stub.
I like going on Tortuga and Boomerango, which is Boomerango. It was intense.
We hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up.
Woohoo! Thumbs up rocks.
Don't forget to subscribe so we can keep bringing you more magical content.
And we